6, sadness.
Sadness.
Yes.
Wow. Sadness was.
I definitely want you to tell the story of how that came about.
Yes, absolutely. I'm gonna tell you this. This
you
is
got
crazy. I got questions. I just got many questions, like the usual questions.
I'll be the role.
All right, there's something on this. Look at this. I did the basic general questions on all of them.
Yeah.
Iterate on.
I got you.
All right, so you just go on to whatever, however, what do you want?
Start talking about how it came about.
All right, so one day I was on Facebook, and there's a friend, the friends I check on some friends that I haven't seen in a while, whether it's from work, whether it's from just like school buddies or people I just
Facebook
know.
Definitely has some perks, man.
Facebook was shout out to Facebook, because even though they're going through a lot of problems, Facebook was actually the help collect the inspiration on this song. I looked at this lady's picture, and I was just, because I'll troll a friend's page. I'm sorry. That's just the way I am.
We scroll monsters.
Look at that. I'll scroll like a whole year's worth on a friend. I don't care who you are.
We don't talk that much sometimes.
Exactly. So one day, I went to check on this friend, and this friend of mine. Hey, Mom. And this friend of mine had a dark image behind her eyes, and that spooked me, because when I saw it, because I know this person, she always had like a cheery smile and everything, right. Like because people don't know, I can read people's eyes, I can read people's spirits, like how they are, and to the point, but like to the point that it gets so bad sometimes, to the point that my mood changes to match your spirit. So when I saw this person's picture, and I saw the darkness around her aura of darkness around her, I knew that she was going through, and it freaked me out pretty much. It freaked me out so bad that it woke me up in the morning, and the Lord told me, you need to start praying on her right now. And the crazy part was, the day before, me and my wife got into an argument about it, because it was in the fact that, like, shout out to my wife. My wife is a very, like, wonderful woman. She's understanding. Janae. But we started arguing about it, because not the fact that, it was just like another, friend of mine, but like, it's not like because you're a woman, but it's the fact that it bothered me so much that it felt like I needed to intervene something in this path, because it felt like she was going through a dark path. So I woke up in the morning, and the Lord said, you need to start praying on it right now, on this person. So I started praying, and I woke up my wife, and me and her started praying. So
shout out to prayer.
Yes, prayer does
Husband
work.
And wives, pray together, please.
Please do, because you don't know how much stuff you can move out of your way. Even though it might not even be in your household, it might be a friend's household. I'm serious about that. Just like you gotta get together and pray together.
2 or 3 gathered.
Yes, yeah. God is in the midst of it.
Effectual prayers.
Yes. So like we prayed, and then all of a sudden God gave me these lyrics, which was for sadness.
But so did writing the lyrics take you a long time?
No, it took me that.
So it's like that no surrender for me. Then
it just flowed out of me, because like even when I wrote Keep On Keeping On, it took me like maybe I was on vacation when I wrote Keep On Keeping On, so I had time to progress to it. This joint, I woke up at 2:00 in the morning, started praying on her, and I was automatically writing the song, and I was done with it by like maybe 6:00. And that was amazing to me, cause like I told you, I write poetry once in a while, but it, like lyrically try to put it in the song, I usually freeze up on that. And to the point when I wrote it so fast, that just showed me how much this song needed to come out, because this might be the one song to keep the person from literally killing themselves. Because like a lot of my lyrics, I try to alter people's thoughts of suicide and stuff like that, and make people understand that even though, like I try to be a Christian as best as I can, but I'm going through the same struggle as you are.
Yeah, man.
Regardless what faith
like we said in the beginning, pain is a universal thing that we all experience.
Right.
And go through, regardless of your faith system.
Right. And the crazy part was while I was writing to it, I had a beat in my head, and I was writing it according to the beat I had in my head. So I didn't even have the track made or anything, right? So and it flowed great and everything. And I wrote this by 6 o'clock to the point that this situation bothered me so bad that I actually called out of work that day because I needed to work on this thing. This was priority number one. Right. Nick's getting money today, even though I needed the money because we was going through some financial situations.
Calling out for you, Lord. So you're gonna handle me today.
So I was like, we're gonna do it. I gotta do this. I gotta do this now. It's it was now. So I got the lyrics done, everything. My wife was like, you gotta get this out now. All right, cool. As soon as I called my brother, I was like, bro, I got something for you. So, my brother's, oh, you got bars now, you know what I mean?
You put ink on paper,
you all of a sudden, you got bars.
You know what I mean?
So,
2 years later?
Yeah, I know. It took you long enough. So he was like, so I was like, yeah, I need to get something off on right away. Little did I knew, now I have songs in my head that I've made and that I can remember in my head that I made 10 years ago and I remember it. All of a sudden, it's like the devil came in and just snatched it out of my mind. I could not, even to this day, I could not even remember what that beat was. So that stalled me for a day because I didn't come that day to record. It was the day after or something like that. And I hit him up. It's the day after or 2 days later. I was like, I have this song. This is a song, but the devil is literally attacking me to keep me from putting it out.
Right.
So I was like, I said, Lord, I need to know. I need a way to get this song out. I need an avenue to get it out because I'm getting attacked with it. So then the Lord told me, he was like, go to your brother. So I was like, okay. So I shot up to his house.
Now, I had my little part here.
Yeah.
During that whole week, I'll just make a beat after beat after beat. I don't know where I got the inspiration. Well, I know where it came from now that I knew what he was going through.
Right.
So the spirit was moving in both our households at the same time, right? Mm-hmm. So while he was writing lyrics and getting the message out that he needed to get out, I was at my house making beats for him to go through. Because I had like in the machine, you could make a beat after beat after beat. Mm-hmm. So I had this one file that had 4 different beats on it.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I didn't know what to do with them, so I just had to let it sit. And so he came to the house and said, yeah, I had this song, but I don't have a beat for it.
It was taken away from me.
Yeah, so all right, you can.
So he was like, yeah, I've just been making beats, man. That's something he does a lot, but it was that 1 week where he just all of a sudden just got the inspiration to make 1,000 beats that week.
Right.
So I was like, all right, let me see what you got. So he put on this one beat. It sounded kind of sound like Biggie John, kind of like the Warning kind of flow. Mm. So I started. No, it wasn't the Warning. It's kind of like affirmative action. Okay. That's the way it felt like when you played it.
I forget which beat it was.
I forget what it was too. So I started rapping to it, and then he was like, yeah, that sounded all right. I said, well, yeah, I see you got something for it. He was like, nah, I ain't got nothing for it. I said, yo, let me use that beat because I can use that. So then he said, you know what? Let's try this beat. He said, I got another beat that might work. So he played it, and that happened to be the beat that you guys know now, which is the beat for Sadness. And I was like, that's kind of funny. I was like, how did you? I said, yeah, my song is called Sadness. So he was like, oh really? He's like, I was like, yeah. I said, why? I said, what's up? He said, well, I called it I See the Way.
Right.
So I was like,
he's seen the way to sadness. He's understanding how the spirit moves on in our lives. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So it's like sadness, I seen the way.
Right.
So we was like, wow. So then we was like, yeah, we're gonna keep both titles.
Yep.
So I spit the verse that day because I was supposed to pick up J-Wall so he could fix his verse for the joint on the EP. Remember that?
Lose Control.
Lose Control. Again, shout out to J-Walls. So I spit my verse, and the crazy part about it was I spit my verse, but I told, just like the intro, I only wanted one verse for it because this is just like, I'm just gonna tell you straight up,
right.
Something's coming at you, and you're looking at the wrong avenues to handle the situation. Where the only way you're gonna handle this is if God come in and intervene in your life. So, and then
because they're coming for you.
They're coming for you. You know, right now, I stand in your face. You're going up and down, left and right, up and down, roller coasting, and you feel like it's never going to stop. So it's like they and then what made it real cool was because I became a Christian, and like throughout the years, it's like I probably was the worst kind of Christian, like like he was saying. But throughout the writing in the year that I had, all of a sudden God was speaking to me more because I guess my heart was open to him for the situations I was in.
Absolutely.
And then when I was writing the song, he gave me the Bible verse, which was Matthew 11:20-29. Don't hold me to that. I got bad memory. Today I do. But was coming to me, all ye that labor and are heavy laden, I'll give you rest. So God told me, put that in the end of your verse, and I wanted to separate it from the song. Mm-hmm. So, cause like initially when my brother was like, "Yo, you want to put a hook?" I said, cause I put there's a lot of sadness in this world. Don't let it destroy your world. That was the hook. But he thought he wanted me to put it also at the end of the verse. I said no. I said that's the only time I'm gonna put the hook on there. So God even had the placement for how that was, and the crazy part was this is like it was mapped out so beautifully that the only thing I had to do was make sure I said it right, and that was just the beauty of it. So and that's the story behind it. It was crazy though.
That's like I said, that's how I understood what the Lord was doing with this album.
Yeah,
because he's so moving throughout it. You know what I mean? And unconscious to me. You know what I mean? Like I was just making beats, like you said, because I was just in that vein. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I named it that. Now I see I named it that because of the photograph you've seen. You know what I mean? I seen the way and the sadness. You know what I mean? So that was an awesome track and experience for me. You know what I mean? Like that was a confirmation that I'm still going in the right direction.
Right. I mean, I appreciate that you felt that way, and I appreciate like how the world felt that way because, I'm pretty much like if you call it the hip hop business, like if you put in the hip hop hierarchy, I'm just a punk little kid trying to act like I'm rapping. Where but when it was put out there, it was received so well, especially on SoundCloud. That
I'm looking at it now. SoundCloud has 29
right
plays.
Oh yeah,
that's the most plays on the whole thing.
Yeah, and it's crazy. It's just one verse, one song that says "Come unto God" because you're going through, and then only I can take you out of that feeling. Like I say, I speak against, and I say it to this day. I speak against suicide. I bind that spirit in the name of Jesus. I bind the depression that leads you there. You know what I mean? Like I want people to live their lives and live free from all this crazy stuff that goes in your head, and that's why a lot of my lyrics I talk about the dark room. People don't understand dark room. I drew a picture when I was a kid of myself in the dark room, and the door was open and it was Jesus. And like I was a kid at the time, so I was sitting in the dark room with my head buried like this, with a teddy bear in my hand, and I showed the image of a door, and the guy opened up the door to let me out. So the dark room was like my depression. So every time you hear when I say like I just want to make it out this dark room, or I was trapped in the dark room, in the song that you're going to hear within the next year, it was talking about me being in my depression, how God saved me out.
That's my dark room was understand.
Yeah, absolutely.
Absolutely, depression is real, man.
Yeah, it is, and it can kill you. It can make you alter your thoughts. Right. You know what I mean? Make you think like, let's say, what's the use of even finishing this race? It makes you start thinking in your head and makes you go crazy. And like I said, I've been there. And don't think that because, and that's what I liked about the Christmas album, because like you said, we fighting. Just because it's Christmas don't mean that there ain't Christians and stuff is struggling with things that other people don't. Like, I love gospel music, but to me a lot of it sounds like everything is okay. Where in the Bible it says everything is not okay.
Tribulations. You know what I mean?
Right. The best song I ever heard, I forget what it was called. It's called Be Grateful. The first part of the lyrics was, God has not promised you sunshine, that it's not going to be, but a little rain mixed with God's sunshine will help you to appreciate the good times. Like wow. Like, even in the song it said, you're not gonna be okay. Everything
it's not
okay.
all roses, man.
No, but it's definitely a route worth going through, because I have developed so much inner peace throughout my struggles. Even though a lot of friends know me that, like, I'm going through, my brother's going through, but you see that inner peace that's instilled with us, that you can rock the world around us, but we won't be broken.
Well, that's a lot to say. I'm glad you said that, because throughout life in general, before I found Christ, I was always trying to fight and maintain some kind of peace, but never attained it.
Yeah.
I mean, and I still go through things.
Oh yeah.
But I understand that the Lord's gonna pull me through it, so there's no need for me to stress about it like that, man. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, you gotta worry about some things because you don't want to be kicked out of your home.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So there is some stress that's gonna come, but I take it through a different perspective now. I mean,
yeah, to the point you're not even fighting no more. You're just letting God fight for you.
I let him do his thing.
Like, just have your way. You know what I mean? So
I'm guessing you enjoyed the finished product.
Oh yes, I did. I listened. It's crazy because I listened to it so many times after, like, cause like understand 2019. I couldn't listen to it for 3 months before I could be like, all right, I can listen to it again. Cause I mixed it so much, did so much work on it.
Did so much tweaking on it.
Yeah, it killed my brain. But like, understand, like, I released it. It got released when the Christmas album come out, and I'm bumping it almost every day, even when on my way home from work, because I knew the meaning behind it, because it was one of the most unselfish things that I wrote, because I wasn't writing about myself. I was writing about the having a friend change the life.
Pictures worth 1,000 words.
And that's sadness.
That is sad.
Don't let it destroy your world. I'm telling you.
Right.
Yeah.
A lot of sadness. Know what you're talking about, man. There's a lot of sadness in this world. Don't let it destroy your world, your life. There's a lot of sadness in this world. Don't let it destroy your world, your kids. There's a lot of sadness in this world. Don't let it destroy your world, your mind. There's a lot of sadness in this world. Don't let it destroy your world, your soul. There's a lot of sadness in this world, and I see you try to strive through the storm. Try to keep warm from this world so cold. Being back young, but you're looking so old. Wear the smile that to match your eyes. Looking real good with the guard called pride. For the true friend sees past your facade. Maybe it's about time for you to come to God. Why? They're coming for you, lighting your eyes, dimming in your face. Eternally at war with your mind, try to keep up with the pace. With life make you feel like a human waste. Subjected to the thought, what's the use of even finishing this race? I feel you going through emotions.